WQAD News 8, this is WQAD This Week.
Good morning and thanks for joining us for News 8 This Week. I'm Josh Lamberty. First this morning, the Supreme Court has overturned the landmark Roe v. Wade decision. Within hours of that decision Friday morning, reactions from both sides began pouring in. We want to remind you, at this point, abortion is still legal in both Iowa and Illinois. News 8's Shelby Kluver spoke to one woman who says the ability to choose could have saved her own mother's life, and now she's calling the High Court's ruling terrifying.
This is what a pro-life marriage is!
For some, Friday's news has been decades in the making.
This is what a pro-life marriage looks like!
But for others, it's anything but celebratory.
It felt kind of sad and kind of crushed, I guess.
For Tracy Jones, overturning Roe brings back a lifetime of memories.
My mom, her name was Shirley. She was born in 1939, so you gotta probably assume that like Shirley Temple may have been popular back then or something.
By the early 70s, Shirley had 3 kids and was going through a divorce. Then she found out she was pregnant.
With that particular pregnancy, the doctor told her she probably would die, but they were unable to do anything. So she traveled to New York to get an abortion, but by the time she was able to get there, they discovered she was 24 weeks along.
Shirley, forced to continue her pregnancy, died a few weeks later.
Had it been available here, yeah, she could be alive right now, or she could have at least been able to live to raise her children.
It's a fate her daughter worries more women might now face.
When you're pregnant, especially when you already have kids, you know like how sacred that is. But at the same time, she wasn't able to make her own decision. And that's wrong.
Now, with abortion decisions up to individual states, Tracy is turning her attention to one thing.
We need to vote. We need to get out there because our kids are depending on us. Our children are depending on us.
Channeling her fear into action.
The only way we're going to change things is if we vote. It's the only way.
In Rock Island, Shelby Kluver, WQAD News 8.
For all of the latest updates on the Supreme Court's decision to strike down Roe v. Wade, just text the word ROE to the number on your screen, 309-304-0888. We'll send complete coverage right to your phone. Again, please text that number, don't call it. Well, volunteer fire departments across the country are all having issues hiring and retaining their staff. It's a problem the Kelowna Fire Department is all too familiar with. News 8's Jenna Webster reports this morning how the department is trying to add paid positions for the first time in its nearly 75-year history.
For 8 months now, this sign has been outside the Kelowna Fire Department begging for more firefighters. But now the department is hoping a proposed rescue tax could be the solution to its hiring struggles. 24 firefighters are on Kelowna's volunteer staff.
It sounds like a lot, but they're not here during the daytime.
And more calls are coming.
We're going to be up to about 1,000 calls this year.
Chief John Swan has been with the Kelowna Fire Department for 45 years and says that number is unheard of for a small department like Kelowna. Around 80% of those are rescue calls.
Our firefighters are dedicated to service our residents and our public. We just need a little help.
Help that might come in the form of a rescue tax.
Nobody likes taxes, and tell you, I don't like taxes either, but I like to be protected.
Swan says the department has no problems with its current budget, but it's hoping the proposed rescue tax will help them pay for 2 full-time firefighters to work during the day.
When we don't have enough firefighters, it adds to the response time. We have to rely on mutual aid and automatic mutual aid.
He's worried it might get to the point where no one is available to respond.
We're trying to eliminate the longer response times and to make sure and guarantee that we're going to have firefighters there, not only on your fires, but on all the other emergencies as well.
That sign that sat outside for 8 months and only one new firefighter to show from it. But a new sign popping up around town, giving hope that help could be coming soon.
We need you. We need you for your community, and we need you to help protect your community.
In Kelowna, Jenna Webster, WQAD News 8.
Will be on the Illinois primary election ballot this Tuesday. That rescue tax will be. Chief Swan said it would generate less than $40 a year on a home with a market value of $100,000. The city of Davenport is working on expanding its riverfront with what's called a destination play area. This week, the city council approved the hiring of an architecture firm to design that new space. It's a project called Main Street Landing, and the play area would be near the downtown Sky Bridge. The city is spending just over $750,000 for that next step in the project, all of it is coming from American Rescue Plan Act funds. This next phase is creating a design concept for the space. City leaders say this will help attract more people to visit the downtown area. A Davenport woman is asking the community to keep their eyes open in this hot weather. She discovered a baby in a locked hot car. News 8's Nina Burns sat down with the woman who tells us how one glance saved a child's life.
What was supposed to be a regular shopping trip for Megan Irish quickly turned into a rescue mission here at the Walmart off of West Kimberly.
There's a baby in this hot car right now.
This video taken just moments after noticing a small foot in the back of a car.
West Kimberly Walmart.
And so my immediate, reaction was, is that a baby? Is that a doll? It's got to be a doll. People don't do that.
And I'm freaking out.
But when that small foot moved, Irish quickly called 911.
What if the driver comes out? I have to take this video because, it's me against a car. If a driver's going to leave, they're going to leave. I'm pregnant.
There's a baby in this car.
The soon-to-be mother of 3 looked for something to break the window with little success.
In case they show up.
Deciding to stay next to the car and wait for help.
There's a baby in this car right now. And I'm freaking out.
I was frantic. I was so frantic because I was so worried for this baby.
The fire department arrived 4 minutes later.
When they said that they had busted the window, after it ventilated for 20 minutes, the temperature inside the car was still 114 degrees. If the baby would have been in there any longer, he would have lost his life. Thank God I was there.
That baby boy is now safe. The caregiver, his great-grandmother, Vicki Keel, who, according to the criminal complaint, says it was an accident.
Accidental or not, people need to be held accountable. They need to know that there are consequences for these accidents.
Irish asking the community to be aware of their surroundings because one glance could save a baby's life. In Davenport, Nina Burns, WQAD News 8.
The 71-year-old woman is now facing a felony child endangerment charge.